Hello and welcome. My name's Angie Holden and I'm the blogger behind The Country Chic Cottage. Today we're going to talk about making holographic stickers with your Cricut machine, and I have like 5 different types of holographic sticker paper for you to choose from, and I have different ways to make them. So some of the ways we are going to print on the holographic sticker paper, and there's other ways you can make holographic stickers where you sort of do an overlay over your favorite sticker paper. In my case, Cricut Printable Vinyl always gets it. So I used Cricut Printable Vinyl underneath it, then added a holographic layer over the top, and cut the stickers with my Cricut machine. So you can cut the stickers either way, and we'll go over cut settings, and then I will have all of the different options that I'm going to cover. I will have all of those linked in the description below this video. Plus, I have a free file for you to print with some summer stickers. So if you would like either the file or to see the sources for anything that I'm going to use, then head down to the description below the video. If you're on computer, scroll down. At the end of the description, it says show more, just click that. If you're on mobile, swipe up on the video or click the arrow to expand the description. You'll find a list of links for everything I use, the file, as well as other links that might interest you. Plus, I'll have some links for some other videos that might help you if you struggle making stickers in general. So now we're ready to make some holographic stickers with our Cricut machine. Let's take a look at all of the papers that we're going to test today. Here are the products we're going to try. So I am going to try, this is a holographic printable sticker paper. So I can print right on this. It's a silver holographic, and I'm going to try to cut it with both the Explore Air 2 as well as probably my Maker or Maker 3. These come in a 4-pack, and I'm going to try them over printable vinyl. I know that this will probably cut, and I'm just going to use the Explore Air 2, but this is different looks to the holographic. So kind of a star, circles, just regular plain white holographic. And then this one is kind of like a mosaic. So we're going to take the printable vinyl, print on it, and then I'll show you how I would add these to ensure that they cut every single time. At the end of this, I hope to have my favorite holographic sticker paper. So now let's take a look at a few different ways to make those holographic stickers. So we are going to do a few different things where we print on the sticker paper as well as overlay the holographic over that plain Cricut printable vinyl in this case. So let's take a look at how to do both of those options. First, you want to upload your file to Cricut Design Space. I do have this free summer stickers file, so if you want to grab that to play with or make yourself some stickers, then you can do that. Upload whatever file you're going to use. Now this one already has an offset around it. If you're using a sticker file, a lot of times it will have that offset. If you do not have an offset around your stickers, I have another video on how to make stickers, and I'll link that in the description below this video. You can head there and watch that video on how to create an offset around your stickers if you really like that offset and it doesn't have an offset on the sticker file you're using. Or I also cover in there how to make stickers out of things like text, so if you want to do that, head there as well. Once I upload my file, just resize it to where it will do a print and cut. I do have another video on maximizing your print and cut area, along with free templates in order to do that. So if you want to maximize that print and cut area and waste as little paper as possible, I'll have a link for that video in the description below this one as well. When I have everything just the way I want it, I'm going to go ahead and click Make It, and you will see a print then cut file. I'll then go ahead and head to my Cricut machine. For all these different types, I might have to use different cut settings, so we'll talk about each of those individually as we talk about the sticker type. Now let's just look at generically how to cut stickers with your Cricut machine. First, I printed 2 copies on that gorgeous silver holographic sticker paper. Now I'm going to try to cut this on an Explore Air 2 as well as a Maker. So first of all, when these came out of the printer, they were completely dry, and now they are as well. Any glossy type of paper like this, you do always want to check to make sure it's dry once you print it. Then we're just going to add the sticker sheet in the same orientation it is in Design Space to the mat. And that's really all there is to it with this one. Hopefully the Cricut machine will pick up the registration boxes. Now, if it does not, one hack is to take a matte finish tape. So this says matte finish right on it. And you can just take it and cover up those lines. And what this will do is make a little less glare on the lines themselves so that the machine can read them. Now you don't have to do this hack if your machine reads the lines. We'll see if the machine reads the lines on this sticker paper. So let's go ahead and try to cut this one. First, I'm going to cut that sheet of holographic sticker paper on my Cricut Maker. I tried a couple different cut settings with this, and what seemed to work best is the Cricut sticker paper setting. For this first cut, I used the holographic vinyl setting, and you'll see here in a minute, it didn't cut all the way through. So this does cut with the fine point blade, and your Cricut machine will first attempt to read the registration boxes in the corner, and then it will start to cut. Now hopefully your Cricut machine has been calibrated for print and cut. Cricut Design Space will usually prompt you to go ahead and calibrate it. You can also calibrate if you're having any issues. Once it's cut, and before I click the unload button, I go ahead and check to see if my cuts were through. Now this is that holographic vinyl setting. It was not cut all the way through, so I went ahead and clicked the go button and went over with another pass. In this case, the 2 passes worked. If you don't like the 2 passes, like I said, the Cricut sticker paper setting, the white version, worked on this holographic sticker paper as well. So you might just use that instead of doing the 2-pass method. Then once it's done cutting, just unload it from your machine. Then I tried that same sticker paper in an Explore Air 2. I actually did not expect this to work because generally the Explore Air 2, it has that sensor that's not the upgraded sensor, and generally it won't work on anything but white paper. There is no tape on the registration marks on this one, and it actually read the registration marks fine and cut perfectly. So this is a great holographic sticker paper if you like that silver look for any Cricut machine. Now remember, the Cricut Joy does not do print and cut, so Explore or Maker series only. And again, once it was done cutting, I just double checked, make sure it was cut all the way through. It is, and so I unloaded my mat. Now these are both a kiss cut, which means that they just peel off of the backing paper. So you can see these look really amazing, and they are silver, so you can't see through them or anything. So this is the cut that was on the Maker, and then that same sticker, it cut a little bit through here on the Explorer, but overall it did a really great kiss cut. Now there was like some debris when the Explorer cut this, and you could just wipe that off if you were using this or like giving it or whatever. And I think it was because it did it all in one pass and was cutting deeper. So now for illustration purposes, I have this notebook, and I am going to stick these to the notebook, and I want to leave room for like all of my examples. So I'm going to use the popsicle for all of my examples. So this is the Maker silver holographic sticker, and then the Explore silver holographic sticker right next to it. And as you can see, you really can't tell a difference. They both cut perfectly, print perfectly, and look amazing. So here's an up close look at those cuts, and they both look great. Now the Maker, it was off a little bit, probably needed a calibration, but overall they both look really, really good, and the cuts look perfect. So I printed on Cricut Printable vinyl. It is a white background. And then I'm going to put this clear sheet on top of it. Now you could print on a clear sticker paper and add the clear to the top, and that would give you a clear look to your sticker. I did go ahead and try to print directly on this page just to show you what might happen. So this is a very glossy page, and you might see some streaks. You can especially see one there where my rollers are dragging through the ink. The ink on this just does not dry quick enough. In fact, it's been out of my printer for several minutes, and I can still just completely smear it off. So that means that you cannot print directly on these sheets. Now, are there clear sticker papers that are holographic that you could print on? Possibly, but this brand is not one of them. So what we're going to do with this brand instead is add it to the top of this sheet. So I'm going to go ahead and add it to my Cricut mat. Same orientation as in Design Space. This way it's held still while I try to work on it. And then I'm going to add this sheet to the top. Now, to make it as easy as possible, if I cut out and do not cover up those boxes, that will make the Cricut machine read those boxes easier. And hopefully I'll be able to cut this on any Cricut machine at that point. Now, on this, my offset is like a light pink so I can see it. If your offset is just white, you would need to leave plenty of room around your sticker for the offset itself. So do take that into account. And of course, like now you can print out to the outside. So you might have to like cut this into kind of a weird shape. So I'm just gonna mark this with a pencil where I need to cut. And I'll mark it this way. And I'm just going to cut this sheet with a paper trimmer and have it fit inside of these boxes. So now I've cut the sheet to size with a paper cutter. And a lot of people, I hear this technique and they say that their scraper scratches their holographic, like the top of it. One tip for that is to use a felt covered scraper or take some adhesive felt and cover the sharp edge of your own scraper. So now this is cut where it fits right inside, and I just like to peel it back at the corner and just peel back maybe 1 inch to 2 inches of the very top and just kind of fold the backing sheet under. So I have just a little bit that I'm working with. And then I'm gonna line it up because I cut it to fit right inside of these boxes. So I just use my time, line it up, and then use that felt side to stick it down. And now we don't want any bubbles in this. So I like to flip it to the side first, pull the backing paper from underneath, and use the felt scraper from this side to push. And then once you get it started, about 3-4 inches, you can just start pushing with this felt scraper, and that will come right off of the liner. And this is lining up just perfectly. So like I said, I can see the offset on mine, and it looks perfect all the way down. Now, when you get to the bottom down here, if it's not lined up perfectly, we can fix that. So we're just gonna go ahead and press it down. We'll see if this one is actually fine, so it's lined up perfectly. If it was not, say like this corner was over the top of my box, you just gently, like ever so gently, pick that corner up and just peel it back wherever it is on top of your registration box, and just use a sharp pair of scissors to kind of trim away just like a little corner. Your goal is to have it down on this paper, no bubbles, and the registration boxes where there's no holographic covering them. And now we're ready to cut this one. I went ahead and repeated this same process for the different types of holographic. So this one is like stars. This is the mosaic. This one is just the regular clear. And then this one is the little circles. So I went ahead and repeated the same process with adding the holographic to the center. So now I'm going to cut all of this version on the Explore Air 2 and see if it will cut it. If it will cut it on that Cricut machine, it will cut it on any of them. So let's head to that machine and see if it will cut it. So I went ahead and loaded it into the Cricut machine. Now this doesn't have any clear tape or anything over the registration box. I want to see if it works first of all with that holographic sticker paper sort of just inside the box like I showed you. I used the Printable sticker paper clear setting and it seemed to work on all of these. So that is one option. Of course, you can test other settings using the method we talked about with the other sticker paper. Again, I'm just using the fine point blade, and it tries to read the registration box and then cut the stickers. Now, if you notice that it's trying to read the registration boxes over and over and over again, it's probably messing up. So this is a case where it's not able to see those registration lines. So in these cases, I think I probably got the holographic paper too close to the registration box. It needed a little more room. And so it's not able to read both sides of the box. So in order to make this simple and to prove that it works, I went ahead and covered each of those registration marks with the matte tape. So I covered it with the matte tape in all 4 corners, and then I loaded the matte back into the machine and attempted to cut again. And it cut perfectly. So you could do this one of 2 ways. You could remove more of the sticker sheet, leaving a wider area around that registration box, or you can just cover the registration box itself with the matte tape like I've done here. Either way, in the Cricut Explore Air 2 was able to cut all 4 of the options that I'm going to show you using the exact same method. I went ahead and covered the registration box on the other 3 methods with the clear tape just for consistency, and it worked every single time. Now you may not need the clear tape at all with something like the Maker 3, Explore 3, because it does have an upgraded sensor, but it is an option if you need it. Then once it's done with the print and cut, I just remove the mat from the machine. And I repeated that for all 4 of these options. So let's take a closer look at each of these options. So this is gonna be your option with the stars, and you can see those star shapes in the holographic and how much they shine. Then this one is the circles or the dots, and I must say that this one is probably my favorite. I really like this one. This one is the plain holographic, so it's just the clear sheet with the holographic look to it. This one is probably my least favorite because it's the most likely to show any scratches. And then finally we have this mosaic type look, again with the holographic in it. And this is probably my second favorite. I really like this one as well. So let's check the cut on each of these and again apply them to this notebook. So first of all is the one with like the little diamonds or stars. And I'm gonna add these a little lower. You can see the clear was over that white printable vinyl. So the sticker itself is white. Then next we have what I feel like is my favorite with little circles. And again, the cut is really great. And I'll go ahead and put that down here, get sort of a different look, but still holographic. Then this is just the plain holographic. The cut is really great and it looks great on something like this notebook. And then finally the mosaic, and we can peel that off and add that to the notebook as well. Now, if you wanted more of a clear look instead of the white outline, then you could definitely do, instead of the printable white vinyl, you could do like the printable clear sticker paper from Cricut and then layer the holographic on the top. I think that would work as well. So each of these stickers has a unique look and you probably have a favorite or you might find a use for all 4. All right, so now I have some cute printed stickers. So you can use any design for this and add that holographic element over the top of it in the case of these white ones, or just print it directly on the holographic sticker paper in the case of the silver. Either way you want to make these, I really think you're going to enjoy this. It adds something a little extra special to your stickers. So whether you are making them to put on a notebook for yourself or to give as gifts, you could even use the overlay portion over the top of other kind of print and cut projects. So think outside the box with some of these overlays and adding a holographic touch, some sparkle to all of your print and cut projects. I really think you'll enjoy this, and you could even do print and cut on this silver for a variety of things as well. So hopefully you enjoyed this. If you have any questions about anything we've covered, drop down in the comment section, ask away. If you liked this video, give us a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, head on over to our YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button. We have videos just like this one every single week, and trust me, you don't want to miss any of those. So thank you all so much for joining me, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.